For many of us in America, Ben-Yehuda is the name of the street. But Eliezer ben-Yehuda, he left us a legacy to last us into the future.
בחברון שבה מוטל עוצר כבר יומיים, הרסו כוחות צה"ל שני בתים, אחד מהם הוא ביתו של פעיל שוהדא אל-אקצא.
רחל?
כן, מיכאל?
מתי את רוצה לאכול? עכשיו?
לא, מיכאל, לא עכשיו, יותר מאוחר.
הוא רצה.
There are so many miracles associated with the birth of the state of Israel. But one of those miracles, no less than any of the others, is the renewal of the Hebrew language.
אני יודעת, אתם יודעים שהמצב שלך הכי קשה. אין עוד זה. יותר ממה שאנחנו...
It's possible to actually say that the revival of the Hebrew language in the state of Israel is due to one person. That was the challenge that Eliezer ben-Yehuda faced.
אבל את מבינה עברית.
לא כל כך טוב, אני מבינה קצת.
את מדברת טוב מאוד.
Ben-Yehuda came from Russia, and in 1871 he claimed that resettlement in Eretz Israel has to be linked with the revival of the ancient language, the Hebrew language, which no one spoke then. It was a dead language.
How do you bring a language from thousands of years ago that was preserved through the Bible into modern day usage and language?
A most important thing which Ben-Yehuda started is to teach Hebrew by Hebrew. He told his devoted wife not to speak any other language but the Hebrew language. And from now on, he will speak with her only Hebrew, although she yet didn't know but very, very few Hebrew words. Also, Ben-Yehuda didn't speak any other language with friends. Ben-Yehuda decided to devote and dedicate all his life for the cause of the revival of the Hebrew language. So he has decided to prepare and to write a dictionary.
Jews came from over 100 different countries, and the question was, what language will unite them? The only language that really was possible, Hebrew, was in biblical form. Biblical Hebrew didn't deal with all sorts of things like a frigidaire and a plane. It was a real dilemma.
Ben-Yehuda create hundreds of new words. It means that Ben-Yehuda, the movement, has succeeded. A pupil now can understand and read without any translation the holy books of the Bible. The way to learn the language is to study it in the same language. This was the way Ben-Yehuda adapted, and also now in the Ulpan we develop a very fast system to know Hebrew in a short time.
90% of them didn't know even a letter in Hebrew. And when they leave the Ulpan, they can speak. They can speak. It's kind of a miracle to speak the language.
One of the most beautiful things that I could hear is the voices of these people learning Hebrew, the ancient Jewish language, to learn the biblical Hebrew language that is part of modern-day Israel. Yes, we are witnessing a miracle. It's amazing how one person can have such a lasting impact on life here in Israel, on the Jewish people, and on the world. But that is the case with Eliezer ben-Yehuda. And so when you see in your newspapers or on TV, or you read about Ben-Yehuda Street, when you see Ben-Yehuda's name, you'll know much more about who that person behind the street really was.